I'm at the south end of Hamilton. This is the entrance to Skalkaho Bend Park. The proper entrance. You can get into it through the river park, but this is the Skalkaho Bend Park entrance. There's a little free library there. That's the second one I passed just on this road. You never run out of things to read in Hamilton. Anyway, so I'm going to go and see what's going on in Skalkaho Bend Park today from this entrance and see if there's a bicycle lock up there as well. So there is indeed a bike lock up here. So we have that taken care of, and we're going to follow this path this way. This can be very important. We do have a restroom, an outhouse style restroom, which for here is deluxe facilities. So we're going to get off this tier and we're going to go see the river. You see here, this is certified wildlife habitat. Like I said, this part of the park and this park being improved only goes back couple of years. It wasn't here in 2015. And so you can see there's still new planting, and they're trying to reestablish a natural habitat, natural plant, stuff like that. As well as one other purpose for that, which we will see as we walk along. You can also see in that direction, there's the river. And this is the sign that says, "Welcome to Skalkaho Bend Park." One of the first paragraphs there, Skalkaho is a Salish word that means many trails. And that's something I've seen online. It is a Salish word, we know that much. This is the ancestral home of the Salish, the original Salish, not just a Salesian people, the Salish. But I used to read that the word Skalkaho meant beaver grove or something about beavers in a forest, beaver stream. But that looks pretty official, and hopefully they actually asked a Salish speaker what it meant. Many trails does make sense, though. But we are actually not by the Skalkaho right now. We are by the Bitterroot. So I said there's other purposes for it, and you can see in here that they put up a fence and they put up some planting. And one reason for that is, as we saw previously, there is some erosion on the bank. So this trees and these root systems are actually meant to stop the river from going too much in this direction and like literally swallowing up the town. And we'll see how successful that is, in maybe take years and decades, because rivers kind of go where they want to go. Look at how clear that water is, and look at that erosion there. We have a split here. So one thing is, this erosion might actually stop being a problem if the channel shifts more that way. There's a lot of things that can happen in a river. It is a complex and chaotic system. But I don't have to worry about that today, because even though it's spring and the water is running briskly, we are not really in a flood, and it doesn't look like there's enough water to cause any landslides today. So as usually is the case, I don't try to video people too closely, but maybe in the distance or out of the corners, you've seen people here. Nice Friday afternoon in May, so more busy than it might be at other times, but still it's a pretty tranquil place. So we've reached what I think is the south edge of the park. And you can see there's a trail there, and it goes over that way. And this is, as far as I know, this is all underneath the high water line. So I think that going over there would still be public. And in the past, I don't remember, this was 15 years ago or so, I walked all the way to Skalkaho Creek, which I think is still another mile that way. But for various reasons, I'm not going to do that today. Both that I'm not sure that's true. I want to respect people's privacy, etc. If that is a place with private homes, etc. Also, I'm afraid of ticks, and that seems longer. So I'm just going to walk back this way through this meadow. So the path through these meadows aren't really clearly marked. I'm assuming that later in the year, when this grows into a full meadow, that it's more clear, because all of this on either side will be very tall, and this will still be maintained, and you can see the path is clearer here. So I'm just going to walk back this way. So this is something that is pretty common here. In fact, there's one just on my street. This is like an anthill. And I don't actually know a lot about the ants here, but that they do build hills, but they are not quite as massive as an operation as when I was in Costa Rica and we had Zampopos. There's a question used in various contexts. What would it take to make you feel happy right now? Another way I phrase it, and this is what I thought when I woke up this morning, what will it take to make this day feel like a great day? And if you look at where I am right now, early May, perfect weather, light breeze, sunny but not glaring hot, walking by the river, looking at the green trees. All of this should make me feel pretty great, and I'm not complaining. It's nice, I like it. But also, I have my mind on other things. So sometimes you go to a natural place, or at least I do, and all the conditions are right, and you just don't quite check that vibe. It's also interesting because I've been here about 6 weeks, got here in late March, and when I first got here, there's a thrill of being here, and I went here like my second full day here, went to this park, and spend some time in a place, and even the extraordinary starts feeling just like a part of your life. So I just wanted to mention that. And going this way, we would go back into River Park, but I've locked my bike up, so I'm actually going to turn around, go back this way, and then ride my bike into town proper. I just crossed that bridge out of the main part of the park and walking back here to the parking lot. And there's a lot of stuff to see in Hamilton without even really going on an adventure. And also it changes every week, the ecosystem and the climate changes a lot. There's so much to see as far as that goes. If it was up to me, I'd probably just, bicycle here every day, make a video about it, but people might get bored by that. Anyway, so I wanted to show one more thing. And also for news, I will be off on another adventure. Most of the summer I'm going to be here, but I do have one more place to go, so hopefully there will be a lot of content coming up. But till that all comes online, enjoy this video showing another little part of Hamilton, Montana, and the Bitterroot River.